Welcome back to the game room. I just got off of work. It's been a long day, and this morning was just crazy with the Switch 2 announcement trailer, and I've been thinking about it all day. Should I do a video on it, post it on my channel? I've been working on my game room tour video for the past 3 weeks, trying to get that edited together and out to you guys. Hopefully that'll be coming by the end of this month. But I was like, how could I not do a Switch 2 reaction trailer? Like, I gotta do it. So, big questions. Is Switch games supported on Switch 2? Do the Joy-Cons work? Will the online controllers, the N64 and the NES and all that work? So many questions. I don't know how many they're going to answer. I've gotten a few spoilers already, so I kind of know what to expect. But let's go check it out. Alright, let's see what we got going on here. The Nintendo Switch, alright. Joy-Cons, classic click. Bigger. Smoother. Holier. Alright. An extra USB-C. That looks cool. This would be really cool for those Power A controllers that I never figured out how you would actually use them on the Switch, especially in handheld mode. But that could be interesting. Ooh, and charge from the top instead of the bottom whenever yeah, that would be good. Kickstand. Ooh, that's some nice sturdy looking hinges. Oh yeah, look at them things. Okay. Oh, it gets a little flimsy near the end there. That's interesting design. Curious how that... Joy-Cons. Okay, sleek with a pop of color. I like the color scheme. All right. Is this it? Yeah. Okay. The Joy-Con itself. It looks pretty standard. There's this random button below the home button. The SP and SL buttons look so much bigger. That's awesome. That's a plus already. This port in the middle looks rough. We're gonna have to see what that turns out to be. Let's keep going. Alright, another pop of color. I mean, they had to fix the Joy-Con drift, right? I mean, it's something they have to do. If they don't fix the Joy-Con drift, why are they making new Joy-Cons? Oh. Close-ups. Buttons. Cool. Okay. If you're gonna twirl your Joy-Con at me, that drift better be fixed. Okay. So at the bottom of the Joy-Con that I just saw, where is it at? Right here. There it is. That is this. Right? That's what that is. So we have Joy-Con. We have Joy-Con mouse. It's the laser sensor at the bottom of the mouse. That's pretty cool if you can use the Joy-Con as a mouse. FPS shooters. I mean, look, these are mice. They look like mice. Even the bottom. I missed it again. The bottom of the little holders are cut out. You saw that? I can't do it. Oh well. Anyway, the bottom of the holders are cut. That looks so cool. Okay. So it's definitely, they definitely can use them like mice. This is what I was worried about right here. Okay, so I thought the Joy-Cons would be magnetic. It seems like they might still be some type of magnetism holding them on there, but there is a connection, and that looks thin. This is going to be where Joy-Cons fail for Switch 2. If they fall, this connection between the Joy-Con and the Switch. Yeah, that connection right there, that's going to be the problem. What's bad is it's not too bad of a problem if it's the Joy-Con, but the male part of the connection is on the Switch itself, and if that part fails, how easy would it be to replace it on the Switch? If it's on the Joy-Con, you could just replace the Joy-Con. That would have been an easier fix. But I get why it's not, because if it was, then you wouldn't be able to go into mouse mode, or you'd have to do some kind of retraction or something, I guess. I don't know. I'm iffy about that one. Switch 2. Bigger, sleeker. I like the roundness of the controllers. Is that a new Mario Kart? Deluxe kart style. Just do this. Let's see. Where's my images? Images. Yeah, that's a different kart style than Mario Kart 8 had altogether, huh? Is that a new Mario Kart 8? Or Mario Kart 9? Or Mario Kart 8 Deluxe Plus? Or I don't recognize that kart. Huh. Might be a Mario Kart 9 drop or teaser here too. Switch dock is a Switch dock. It looks thinner. It looks a lot thinner. And Switch Joy-Con grips, okay. $20.25 this year. Ooh. Plays Nintendo Switch 2 exclusive games as well as Nintendo Switch games. Nintendo Switch 2 plays both physical and digital Nintendo Switch games. Certain Nintendo Switch games may not be supported or fully compatible with Nintendo Switch 2. Details will be shared on Nintendo's website at later dates. Okay, so I have a huge Nintendo Switch collection, so this is great that it takes physical games and the digital games. So digital will be a good call for a lot of people now that's gone digital. I got two major questions. Nintendo Switch 2 exclusive games. Nintendo Switch 2 plays both physical and digital Nintendo Switch games. Will Nintendo Switch 2 games be physical? Or will they only have digital games? Because I have yet to see a Nintendo Switch 2 game cartridge. What if the cartridge slot on the Switch 2 is just for Nintendo Switch games? Something that might be worth thinking of. I mean, everybody's getting away from physical games. It's very likely that could go that route. If that's the case, well, regardless if that's the case or not, one big question is how big is the storage built in on the Switch? Obviously, the size difference is crazy. They're a little bit carried away here because they used an original Nintendo Switch as a comparison to the new Switch 2. They should have did an OLED Switch as comparison. I mean, it's the same size, but the screen it definitely makes the screen look better when you're not looking at an OLED screen, because the OLED screen goes all the way to the sides. But that being said, I'm excited for it. Can't wait to find out more. All right, so in April 2nd, Nintendo Switch 2 Direct. That's when we'll find out more about this. All right. Okay, so the Switch 2 announcement trailer, it's coming. Everybody knew it was coming. At this point, everybody saw the Switch 2 already because of all the leaks that happened, right? There was leaks everywhere, leaks for days. And honestly, it was spot on with those leaks. Wasn't much different. So meh. Some of the big things that this gave us that the leaks didn't were the connections that the Joy-Cons are going to use to kind of, attach and send signal across. I was kind of hoping they would just always be Bluetooth, no actual connections, just charge it, separate. And maybe that's the thing. Maybe they are Bluetooth for the most part, and those connections is just to send a charge across. If that's the case and they broke, well, then that wouldn't be a big deal. You can charge your Joy-Cons in another way. But that still kind of sucks. I mean, it definitely seems like a fail point for the Switch 2's Joy-Cons. But kickstand looks nice, much better than the original Switch's kickstand, that's for sure. And the second C port on the top, awesome. Can see some great things coming from that. Mario Kart. I am about 60% sure that is a new Mario Kart. Either that or it's going to be a Mario Kart 8 Deluxe 2 or something like that. I don't know. I think that was a little teaser for the next Mario Kart. They just kind of snuck that in there. Let me know if you think that I'm being crazy about that, but I think so. The other cool thing is the mouse control. So to be able to use the controller as a mouse, I mean, I normally game on the couch. I don't see myself using it that much. I can see maybe it being something cool. It might end up being the same kind of level of cool as the IR sensors that the current Switch has. Which brings me to that. I did not see an IR sensor on the Switch, on the Joy-Cons. And if there's no IR sensor, bet you that is the reason why it won't support all the games. Can't play Nintendo Labo on Switch 2 because there's no IR sensor on the remote. Can't play 1-2 Switch because there's no IR sensor. Couple of other things that may be a thing. I don't know. It may not have the fancy rumble that these Joy-Cons had, the Switch's Joy-Cons have. They might have downgraded the rumble a bit. I mean, how often did they actually use that rumble feature to its full potential? Could make it a little cheaper to produce. The one thing that I'm truly worried about with the Switch 2 is physical games. And I don't know if I'm all that worried about it. Because, as you can see, I am running low on room for physical games. I got that one shelf on the bottom. And all the rest are pretty much accounted for here. So I wouldn't be heartbroken if it only did digital games. At the same time, I was planning the Switch to be the last console that I collected physical games for, between the Switch 2 and the PS5, because even PS5 games at this point, most of them are just download codes on a disc. They're not true games, so it's starting to become less and less worth the purchase of a physical copy. I'm going to take a positive spin on it. They have a physical spot on the system for the Switch games. Why not have physical Switch 2 games if you're going to already include a physical spot for Switch? Now, it could be just an easy entry point. like PlayStation 5 being backwards compatible to PlayStation 4 made it to where it was a no-brainer. Get a PlayStation 5 and you already have a library of all your PlayStation 4 games. You kind of get the same thing with the Switch. I guess we'll have to wait and see. April 2nd, gonna have that Switch Nintendo Direct. We'll go from there. Hey, you know what? That actually might be a good opportunity to do my first live stream. So April 2nd, first live stream. Here we go. Until then, stay tuned. Come the end of the month, I will have my 2025 first ever game room tour up on YouTube and ready for you guys. So be watching for that. Till then, thanks for hanging out. Later.
Game over.